'cause a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying, the whole shit between Grand Hustle and DTP, that shit started with me and another artist on DTP, which was 20.
I-20, yeah.
Yeah. So it started with he and I didn't like each other. I think partially because, you know, I was goddamn bold and arrogant enough to say I was the king of the South out in public all the time. And, you know, that got me into a lot of shit. Most of the shit, you know, was behind that. And he called up to the radio station when Ludacris was Chris Lover Lover, and then he had Poon Daddy with him. They was on from 6 to 10.
Right.
Hot 9-7.
Off the net, right.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, when the radio station was right on Old National,
right.
so shit gon' get played.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, he called up there and he said, man, who this nigga talking about he the king of the South? Man, you better tell him this, that, and other, da, da, da. And I heard it and I'm like, oh, okay. So I called up there. I said, hey, y'all, so whoever this is, I don't know who he is. And then Poon was like, yo, this is it's 20 from, you know, from DTP, he from East Side. He with Chris and them. I said, all right, well, whoever it is, whatever it is, man, how about this? Tell him come on here, man. Y'all let him spit it vert. I'm going to spit mine. We let the caller decide. Then if they decide that I'm the king, then he'll run off into the night forevermore to be heard from again. And, you know what I'm saying? And so, and at first, everybody on my side in the studio, me was like, man, no, don't do that. Give me a homeboy. Why is you go? I said, man, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should feel no evil. So we did it, and I will admit, you know what I'm saying, Poon and Chris, they played it fair, you know what I'm saying, it was unanimous. You know what I'm saying, I came away with the victory. And but from that point forward,
it was smoke.
It was salt, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I always knew that Cud didn't really like it. He wasn't fucking with me. And I always knew that when y'all was, you know what I'm saying, having y'all camaraderie moments, bonding as a unit, that if he on some fuck that nigga shit, then the rest of y'all were rolling with it. So then it was fuck all y'all. And y'all were like, fuck all them. However, we never went out of town and displayed no kind of animosity toward one another. We kept that shit in the city, and most motherfuckers didn't even know about it. And I think that's the beauty of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we kept some of it in the city.
We kept some of it in the city, but hey, listen, man, hey, look. Okay, so that don't really count.
Fuck you mean it don't count? That's what you mean that don't count. The whole brawl, like, it does count.
So that was the whole,
I remember, look, it's shit funny. I remember Clay and C-Rod, look, we get to looking at each other like, all right now.
Man,
look,
listen, man.
Motherfucker, this shit here was wild, but this shit is definitely some funny shit because it really, like, so when y'all did this freestyle shit against each other, I was still in the streets. I wasn't trying to be a rapper. What we had did as a unit internally is me and a group of guys, we put out a compilation on the South Side called Player Circle. And the second song that I ever recorded in my life, Luda had wanted to take a line out of it and make a hook. And I didn't, so Lil Fate telling me, boy, Luda, he fuck with you, whatever. He about to do Def Jam South or some shit. So off my second song, I got so much good feedback, I started saying, let me take this serious. I think I can do this shit for real. And that's how I actually met Luda and built a rapport with him and end up signing the DTP first because obviously he had a heads up and he saw something in me, and I'm very appreciative to it. It just became a point where I grew up. I became a grown ass man, an individual, and wanted to handle and take care of business on my own. And I saw myself being bigger than somebody in somebody's entourage. So it's no love lost there. I see him a lot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to have that, as a part of my
legacy.
book. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, you spoke about the shit, but we weren't really all the way goddamn successful at keeping the shit out of the public eye. And you know what I'm saying? The shit happened, and
yeah, it happened.
It happened, you know what I'm saying? At the Kevin,
it was funny too.
At the Kevin Lyles brunch. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know what's funny about that? I also had on some motherfucking polo chinos that day.
Hey, bro.
It's something about them polo chinos.
You should have saw how you walked out, bro. That shit was that shit nigga walked out like, that shit was funny, bro. You a funny nigga, bro. That's all I can tell you, bro. I kind of laughed a little bit how you walked out because ain't nobody really get hit, but it was some tussling and shit.
Well, listen, bro, I'm going to tell you something. I beg to differ. And although
Man.
I'm not proud of it, you know what I'm saying? Like Shaka.
That first swing, you ain't hit nothing. I'm telling you, you ain't hit nothing. The man went up under y'all. I'm sitting right there. The first swing you did that. I'm telling you, bro. I did this a long time ago with a bully.
What's that?
In the neighborhood that turn your back. They got name like you finna walk off move. Cause that's what it was. Y'all went whoop to whoop, and then you act like you were gonna walk off, and then you just caught that motherfucker back. You know what I'm saying? Like swung, but it seemed like he kind of was ahead of that shit. And then he ducked, and y'all kind of locked up and did a whole bunch of little tussling, and then both of our groups jumped on y'all, whether to pull y'all loose or to get some little punches in. But I mean, it was one of the funniest events I ever been in, and then being in LA, you know who all else got involved when it happened. So
yeah,
it was one of them things. It was one of them things, man.
You know what I'm saying? I recall it being a bit different. But before we get into that,
I want to hear your recollection because I
don't even want to do that.
It's in the past.
I don't want to do that because now Shaka is one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
In the world. You know what I'm saying? We've developed our own relationship and
Absolutely.
We've grown and evolved and we've had a relationship of a friendship that is grown to a very healthy place. So it don't
and
I don't think
this was years ago. This was over a decade
man,
ago.
It was probably about 2006.
This is long. Like this is a super long time ago.
But however, I know that even in the midst of all of that, right? Me and Chris ain't never really had no, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris.
I think it was just healthy competition.
It was healthy competition, and it uplifted the city somehow, some way. All of that shit uplifted the city.
I learned a lot from both of y'all. I'm gonna be 1,000. Like during that period, just studying both sides, and like I learned a lot from both of y'all during that period. Like I paid attention. I just wasn't around. Just whatever. I learned how to drive a car by watching somebody, not nobody teaching me. So it's like I used to watch how Chris would articulate stuff. I would check out, you know what I'm saying, some of your flows and patterns and listen to that. And then, you know, how because it was a difference. Like Chris is really from, you know, Illinois. He's not from Atlanta, but he's been here for so long. You know what I'm saying? You're from Atlanta. You can hear it in the accent and a lot of that stuff. So it was like trying for me to try to have that balance, knowing that I was from the city and know that people like our accent, but you know what I'm saying, it's a certain level of slum that we can only recognize internally, and then just want to be international stuff. So I swear on both of y'all during that time, it was like it was more of like a study guide shit. I was checking